Training camp is finally here for the Baltimore Ravens, and the buzz around the team is palpable as the players gather to prepare for the grueling season ahead. Fans and analysts alike are zeroing in on several key battles that could shape the Ravens' trajectory in the coming months. One of the more intriguing storylines is the quietly developing competition at tight end between Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews has long been the cornerstone of the Ravens' tight end position, a reliable target and playmaker who has carried the mantle for years. However, Isaiah Likely's emergence has started to shift the dynamic, suggesting that Baltimore could be looking to diversify its offensive weapons. Likely's potential and versatility have put him in position to claim a much bigger role, which could mean a substantial change in how the Ravens attack defenses moving forward. While it may not yet be a classic head-to-head battle, because Mark Andrews still holds the title of primary tight end, the situation is evolving. The coaching staff's approach to balancing the two and managing their snaps will be fascinating to follow throughout camp and into the season. Moving from offense to special teams, the battle to become the Ravens' kick returner is wide open and packed with potential. The team has a handful of candidates, each bringing different strengths and playing styles to the table. Rookie LaJohntay Wester has shown flashes of explosiveness and could bring a fresh energy to the return game. Meanwhile, Catton Mitchell offers versatility and reliability, making him a strong contender. Tylan Wallace's speed and vision can't be overlooked either, and Dayton Wade rounds out a group of options with his own unique skill set. What remains to be seen is whether the Ravens will go with a single primary returner for both kickoffs and punts, or if they'll split duties between players to maximize their impact. This decision will likely depend on who shows consistency and playmaking ability throughout the camp and preseason. But either way, it's a battle that could add an exciting edge to the team's special teams unit. On the defensive side of the ball, the Ravens' outside cornerback position has emerged as another intriguing focal point of the camp. The team's secondary is anchored by Nate Wiggins, expected to be a starter on the outside, and Marlon Humphrey, who has established himself as one of the league's premier slot corners. However, the other outside corner spot remains up for grabs. The addition of Jaire Alexander adds a layer of complexity to this battle. Alexander brings experience and talent, but it's unlikely the Ravens will hand him all the snaps immediately. Instead, the plan appears to be to gradually increase his workload as the season progresses, monitoring his health and how well he fits into the defensive scheme. Meanwhile, Chido Awuzie is also in the mix, providing a veteran presence with a strong track record, and TJ Tampa could surprise by stepping up from within the roster. This mix of youth experience and competition creates a dynamic that the Ravens coaching staff will be keenly evaluating during camp as they try to solidify the best combination of cornerbacks to stop some of the league's most dangerous passing attacks. In the linebacker corps, the question of who will line up alongside Roquan Smith is one of the biggest mysteries heading into camp. Roquan is the clear starter and anchor for the Ravens' defense, but the spot next to him is far less certain. Trenton Simpson is a player many expect to have a breakout season, someone who could finally live up to his potential and become a key contributor. On the other hand, rookie Teddy Buchanan is pushing hard for playing time, bringing fresh energy and a desire to make an immediate impact. This competition is emblematic of what makes training camp so compelling: the chance to see raw talent develop, veterans prove their worth, and coaches make tough decisions that will affect the entire season. How this battle unfolds could have a significant impact on the Ravens' ability to control the line of scrimmage and stop opposing offenses from gaining momentum. Shifting gears to the kicking game, one of the more underrated but crucial battles is unfolding between Tyler Loop and John Hyland, two rookies vying for the job as the Ravens' place kicker. The team hasn't had an open kicking competition since 2012, making this a rare and high-pressure situation for both players. The kicking position is one where consistency and confidence are paramount, and early reports suggest that both players have had their ups and downs during the initial stages of camp. With fans returning to the stands, the pressure is mounting, and the ability to perform under scrutiny will be a defining factor. The outcome of this battle could ripple through the season, affecting field position, scoring opportunities, and ultimately the team's chances in close games. It's a fascinating subplot that often flies under the radar, but carries enormous weight in the grand scheme of the Ravens' campaign. Beyond these headline competitions, there are several other areas where the roster remains fluid and open to surprises. Questions about who will emerge as the team's fourth wide receiver, the fourth cornerback, or the third safety linger. These depth roles may not grab as much attention as starting positions, but they are vital for the Ravens' success, especially given the physical toll of an NFL season. The training camp environment is the proving ground for these players, offering them the chance to stake their claim, earn snaps, and contribute when called upon. The coaching staff's ability to identify and develop this depth could be a decisive factor in how the Ravens handle injuries and maintain performance over the long haul. At the heart of all these battles is the constant push for improvement and excellence. The Ravens have built a reputation for resilience and adaptability, and this camp represents yet another opportunity to sharpen their roster and refine their strategies. The mix of established veterans, promising young talent, and eager newcomers creates a charged atmosphere where every practice, every drill, and every snap matters. The players know that the margin between making the team and falling short can be razor thin, and that fuels a competitive spirit that drives the whole organization. Isaiah Likely's rise as a potential key player reflects the team's commitment to evolving their offense and keeping defenses guessing. His skill set and athleticism offer a different dimension that could open up new possibilities in the passing game, complementing Mark Andrews' proven reliability. This dual threat at tight end could be a nightmare matchup for opponents if the Ravens successfully integrate both players into their game plan. Similarly, the battle for the kick returner spot highlights the team's search for a spark on special teams. The right returner can change the momentum of a game in an instant, turning routine kicks into explosive scoring opportunities. The competition among Wester Mitchell, Wallace, and Wade shows the depth of talent the Ravens have at this often overlooked position, and the decision the coaching staff makes will likely reflect who can deliver that game-changing play when it matters most. The cornerback situation embodies the Ravens' defensive philosophy, a blend of young talent and experienced veterans working together to create a formidable secondary. Nate Wiggins and Marlon Humphrey provide a strong foundation, but the uncertainty around the other outside cornerback spot means the team is still shaping its identity. Jair Alexander's integration will be a storyline to watch, as how quickly he adjusts and how the staff manages his snaps could influence the entire defense's effectiveness against top passing offenses. Inside linebacker is another crucial piece of the puzzle. Roquan Smith's presence gives the defense a reliable leader, but the pairing alongside him needs to provide the same level of intensity and skill. The contest between Trenton Simpson and Teddy Buchanan could produce a breakout star or reaffirm the strength of the Ravens' linebacker corps, which is essential for stopping the run and disrupting opposing quarterbacks. The kicking competition adds a layer of pressure that sometimes goes unnoticed by casual fans, but is critical for any team's success. Tyler Loop and John Hyland are not just fighting for a roster spot. They are battling to be the final piece in a puzzle that often determines the outcome of close games. The pressure of competing in front of fans for the first time in years only adds to the drama and stakes of this contest. As training camp unfolds, the Ravens fans will be keeping a close eye on these battles, knowing that the decisions made in the coming weeks will ripple through the entire season. Who wins these competitions could very well dictate how far the team goes in their quest for another championship. The mix of hope, uncertainty, and fierce competition is what makes this period one of the most exciting times for any NFL team and its supporters. The Baltimore Ravens are no exception, and the storylines emerging from their camp promise to deliver plenty of drama, surprises, and reasons for optimism. As they prepare for the challenges ahead, one of the most captivating aspects of this training camp and preseason is watching how rookies and young players handle the pressure and opportunity presented to them. The NFL is a league of relentless competition where even the smallest edge can make a difference between securing a spot on the roster or being left behind. This year, the Baltimore Ravens have a number of rookies who are stepping into critical roles or fighting to earn playing time, and their performances will be key indicators of how the team might evolve in both the short and long term. Among the rookies, Teddy Buchanan's challenge for the inside linebacker spot next to Roquan Smith stands out. Many are eager to see if Buchanan can live up to the expectations set by scouts and analysts. His ability to adapt to the speed and complexity of the NFL game will be tested in every practice and preseason snap. If he can prove himself as a dependable and dynamic player, it would provide the Ravens with much-needed depth and flexibility on defense. On the other hand, Trenton Simpson, who has been with the team for a little while, is looking to bounce back and claim a more significant role. His potential redemption arc is something fans are watching closely, hoping that he can take advantage of this training camp to silence doubts and earn the trust of the coaching staff. While linebackers battle for playing time, the wider defensive backfield is equally competitive. Nate Wiggins is expected to hold a firm grip on one of the outside corner positions, but his youth and relative inexperience mean he will be under intense scrutiny. Marlon Humphrey's role as the slot corner provides stability and leadership, but the identity of the other outside cornerback remains uncertain. Jair Alexander, a seasoned veteran with a wealth of NFL experience, brings a calming presence to the mix, but his health and ability to ramp up physically will determine how much he contributes early on. Chido Awuzie and TJ Tampa are other contenders, and the coaching staff faces the challenging task of figuring out how to blend these players into a cohesive unit that can withstand the league's best passing offenses. On the offensive side, the emergence of Isaiah Likely is a testament to the Ravens' emphasis on developing versatile offensive weapons. Likely's ability to stretch the field, create mismatches, and contribute in both the passing and running games adds a new dimension to Baltimore's attack. Mark Andrews remains the true leader at tight end, but Likely's presence means defenses must prepare for multiple threats, potentially opening up more opportunities for the entire offense. This balance could be the key to the Ravens maintaining their edge against increasingly sophisticated defensive schemes across the NFL. Special teams battles often fly under the radar, but can have an outsized impact on a team's success. The competition for the kick returner job between Le'Joni Westercat and Mitchell Tylan Wallace and Dayton Wade is a prime example. Each player offers different attributes: speed, vision, agility, and ball security that could change the outcome of games by flipping field position or even breaking a big return. The coaching staff's decision on how to deploy these players will reflect not only their individual performances, but also how well they fit into the overall team strategy. Some teams prefer to have a single specialist who handles all returns, while others spread the responsibilities to keep opponents guessing and maximize player strengths. The Ravens' approach to this question will become clearer as camp progresses. The kicking competition is perhaps the most nerve-wracking battle for those involved, given how often games come down to a single field goal. Tyler Loop and John Hyland, both rookies, are thrust into a spotlight not often experienced by first-year players. With the Ravens not having an open kicking competition in over a decade, the stakes are higher than usual. Consistency, mental toughness, and the ability to handle pressure in front of fans will be essential for both candidates. The decision will not just affect the kicking game but could ripple throughout the special teams unit, influencing confidence and momentum in critical moments. Beyond the visible battles on the field, the broader question of leadership and coaching philosophy looms large over this training camp. The Ravens have long been associated with a certain culture, one that combines hard work, camaraderie, and a bit of fun. John Harbaugh's leadership style has fostered a tight-knit environment where players feel supported, but also pushed to excel. However, as with any team, questions about how much change is needed to reach the ultimate goal of a Super Bowl championship naturally rise. Fans and analysts are already speculating about the future of the coaching staff, especially if the team falls short again in the postseason. The possibility of bringing in a new head coach like Bill Belichick is a hot topic. Belichick's reputation as one of the most successful and disciplined coaches in NFL history is unquestioned. His non-nonsense approach and focus on detail have delivered numerous championships. Yet the Ravens' current culture is somewhat different, marked by a blend of seriousness and playfulness that resonates with the players. The question is whether a coach like Belichick could mesh with the existing roster and bring the kind of structure and discipline that might push the team over the top. There's also the consideration of how players would respond to such a shift. Would they buy into the new system and leadership style, or would the change disrupt the chemistry that has been built over the years? In addition to coaching questions, the management of the quarterback position within rival teams also draws attention, especially as the Ravens prepare to face opponents like the Cleveland Browns. Shatter Sanders, a rookie quarterback for the Browns, has been generating buzz with his potential, but also faces immense pressure. His name carries weight due to his father's legacy, adding to the scrutiny he endures. The Browns' coaching situation is uncertain, with Kevin Stefanski reportedly on shaky ground. That uncertainty makes Sanders' path to becoming a starter more complicated, as veteran players and coaches might be reluctant to put a rookie quarterback in the lineup if their jobs depend on immediate results. Watching how Sanders navigates this environment will be fascinating and adds another layer to the broader NFL landscape that the Ravens are a part of. This offseason and training camp are a reminder of how fluid and unpredictable the NFL can be. Every roster spot, every snap, every play counts. The Ravens, with their mix of veteran leadership and young talent, are trying to balance the present with the future. The battles at tight end, cornerback, linebacker, kick returner, and kicker are microcosms of this larger balancing act. The decisions made in these early weeks will ripple through the season, determining not only who suits up on game days, but also how effective the team is on both sides of the ball. Ultimately, the excitement of training camp lies in its uncertainty and potential. It is the moment when players seize their chance to shine or face the harsh realities of professional football. For the Ravens, this camp is a proving ground where aspiration meets reality, where dreams of a championship collide with the grind of preparation and competition. As the players fight for roster spots and starting roles, fans get to witness the raw and unfiltered process of team building. The outcomes of these battles will help shape the identity of the Ravens for the 2025 season and possibly beyond. There's a palpable sense of anticipation around the team because the roster is deep, talented, and hungry. The coaches have the challenge of molding this talent into a cohesive unit, capable of facing the rigorous demands of an NFL season. The players are aware that their performance in training camp could define their careers, their contracts, and their legacies. Every practice, every drill, and every meeting carries weight, underscoring the professionalism and dedication required. At this level, as camp progresses, the intensity will only increase. Injuries, fatigue, and competition will test the team's resilience and adaptability. The coaching staff will continue to evaluate, tweak, and refine the roster and game plans, searching for the optimal mix of skill, experience, and chemistry. Meanwhile, players will push each other, striving not just to make the team, but to make a difference when the games really count. In the end, the battles we see in training camp are not just about individual players. They are about the team's overall goal, winning football games and ultimately competing for a championship. Every snap in practice, every contested position battle, and every player stepping up to the challenge contributes to the collective effort. The Baltimore Ravens are entering this critical period with high hopes and plenty of questions, making the unfolding storylines all the more compelling. Fans should keep an eye on how these competitions develop, who emerges as a surprise contributor, and how veterans and rookies alike respond to the pressure. The answers will come slowly but surely, revealing the contours of the team's potential and its readiness to compete at the highest level. In this way, training camp is more than just preparation, it's the start of a journey that could lead to glory or heartbreak. As the season approaches, the Ravens hope that the tough decisions and fierce battles of training camp translate into on-field success. The competition between Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews, the fight for the returner role, the jockeying for cornerback snaps, the linebacker battle, and the kicking competition all hold the key to Baltimore's fortunes. Each battle represents a chance to improve, to push limits, and to earn a place in the team's quest for greatness. The anticipation is real and the stakes are high, but the Ravens are ready to face the challenge head-on, fueled by ambition and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support keeps us bringing you the latest news on the Baltimore Ravens. And hey, drop your take in the comments below. We want to hear from the flock. A surprising buzz is stirring in the NFL world as rumors surface about Mark Andrews, the record-setting tight end, potentially saying goodbye to the Baltimore Ravens. Known for his impressive performances and pivotal role in the Ravens' offense, Andrews has become a fan favorite and a cornerstone of the team's strategy. Yet, whispers from inside sources suggest that this could be the end of an era in Baltimore, sparking intense speculation about his future in the league. Andrews, who has shattered records and consistently delivered top-tier performances, has been integral to the Ravens' success. His combination of size, speed, and catching ability made him one of the most dangerous weapons on the field. However, recent talks hint at a possible departure, leaving fans and analysts alike questioning what could lead such a talented player to consider leaving the team where he made his name. The timing of this rumor is intriguing, as the Ravens are currently navigating a crucial phase in their roster construction and salary cap management. Andrews' contract situation and the team's strategic direction might be factors fueling the speculation. Could the Ravens be looking to restructure their lineup, or might Andrews be eyeing new opportunities elsewhere? The NFL landscape is ever shifting, and the possibility of Andrews moving on opens the door to many questions and exciting potential trades or signings, adding fuel to the fire. Some insiders suggest that Andrews' departure could be motivated by a desire for a bigger role or a more lucrative contract that the Ravens might be hesitant to match. Teams across the league, hungry for a dynamic tight end, could view Andrews as the perfect acquisition to elevate their offense. Whether it's a powerhouse contender or a team looking to build around a star, Andrews' skill set makes him an attractive target, while no official confirmation has been made. The mere possibility of Mark Andrews leaving Baltimore has ignited conversations among fans and commentators. Would the Ravens' offense suffer a significant blow without their star tight end? Or could this shakeup pave the way for fresh talent and new strategies? The ripple effects of such a move would undoubtedly be felt across the NFL. As the offseason unfolds, all eyes will be on Baltimore and Andrews. Will this rumor solidify into a reality? Or will it be another fleeting speculation? For now, the NFL community is left buzzing with anticipation, watching closely to see if the record-setting tight end will indeed say farewell to the Ravens and embark on a new chapter in his career. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with exclusive news on our Baltimore Ravens, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what the flock thinks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.